Namaste students, welcome to statistics class, and in the last class we discussed about measures of central tendency. So we are discussing about fifth chapter, that is univariate data. In univariate data, this particular chapter divided into 4 units, means the 4 measures of analyzing univariate data. In that first one was measures of central tendency. There we discussed about the averages. We discussed about 5 kinds of averages, that is arithmetic mean, geometric mean, harmonic mean, median and mode. And today we will discuss about the second unit, that is measures of position. Measures of position, or we call it as partition values. So what do you mean by measures of position or partition values? Partition values means it is a measure which divide the given data into equal parts. Partition value means it is a measure which divides given data into equal parts. Which divides the given data into equal parts. This we call it as partition value. And in case of partition values, there are 4 partition values we are going to study. In that, the types of partition values are, we have some type. The first one comes, that is median, which we already discussed. First one it is median, and second one quartiles, third one deciles, and fourth one percentiles. So these 4 are the types of partition values. So we have 4 types of partition values, that is median, quartiles, deciles and percentiles. So what is median? Median means middlemost value, and it is a measure which divides the data into 2 equal parts. We know that it is a middlemost value. When we take a middle value in a particular given series of data, it means we divide the data into 2 equal parts. The middle value and after the middle value and before the middle value. So median, it is a measure which divides the data into 2 equal parts. And next one, quartiles. It is a measure which divides the data into 4 equal parts. And quartiles are, which are the quartiles? Quartiles are Q1, Q2 and Q3. These are the quartiles. Q1, Q2 and Q3. First part, middle part, first part and the third part. Then one more remaining part. But we take it here Q1, Q2, Q3 are the quartiles which divides the data into 4 equal parts. Then what is deciles then? Deciles is a measure which divides the data into 10 equal parts. It is a measure which divides the data into 10 equal parts. And deciles are D1, D2, D3 till it goes till D9. These are the deciles. Then percentage. What is percentage? It is a measure which divides the data into 100 equal parts. And percentiles are P1, P2, P3 till it goes till P99. So this is about deciles, quartiles and percentiles. And one more thing here, Q2 is equal to median. And see here, median is the middle value, and in case of quartiles, which is the middle value, Q2. So median is equal to Q2, and in case of deciles D5 is equal to Q2 and median, and in case of percentiles P50 is equal to median. So median is equal to Q2, Q2 is equal to D5, and D5 is equal to P50. So these are equal. These are the middle values in their set of observation. In their set of observation, P50 is the middle one in case of percentage, D5 is the middle one in case of deciles, and Q2 is the middle one in case of quartiles, and median we know that middlemost one. And one more thing, we know that in case of percentage, it starts from P1 to P99, means 100 equal parts, and here your Q1, one more thing you have to observe, Q1 is equal to P25 and Q3 is equal to P75, and as I said Q2 is equal to P50. So these things you should remember, because based on this you will get some of the questions, that is 1 mark question. For example, I will take it here. For example, in a question they will mention if value of Q2 is equal to 27, what is the value of D5 and P50? What is the value? If Q2 is 27, if this is 27, this D5 as well as P50 also 27 will be. So this is also 27, this is also 27, because these are all are equal. Then one more thing, one more question. If Q1 is equal to 34, what is the value of P25? Even P25 is also 34. And one more thing, if Q3 is equal to 65, what is the value of P75? Even P75 also 65. So you need to remember here, median Q2, D5, P50 are equal, and Q1 is equal to P25, Q3 is equal to P75, Q2 is equal to P50. I have to. So based on this you will get 1 mark question, and you need to observe if Q2 is any number, if they mention these two also, you need to assign the same values, because these are equal. If P25 is 64, Q1 is also 64, because these two are equal. So this is about the partition values. Partition values means it is a measure which divides the data into equal parts. It divides the data into equal parts, and in case of partition values or measures of position, we have 4 types, that is median, quartiles, deciles and percentiles. Median, which divides the data into 2 equal parts, quartiles, which divides the data into 4 equal parts. So quartiles are Q1, Q2, Q3, and deciles, which divides the given data into 10 equal parts, and deciles are D1 to D9, and percentiles, which divides the data into 100 equal parts. So percentiles are P1 to P99. So these are the types of partition values. Now in this particular chapter, since we already go through the median, we already completed it, we are studying here mainly remaining 3 types, that is quartiles, deciles and percentiles. There we are going to study how to find out quartile values, how to find out decile values, how to find out percentage values when it is ungrouped data and when it is discrete and continuous data. So you have there different set of formulas when it is ungrouped, grouped and also discrete. So I'll give formulas now, and you already know that what are the values will come in case of deciles, quartiles and percentages. So based on that you need to understand the formulas. Now we start with ungrouped data formula. Now, in case of ungrouped data, firstly what you need to do? Same like in case of median, what we we were doing. These formulas are related to median formulas. Here in case of ungrouped data, firstly we need to arrange the data in a order. Firstly we need to arrange the data in order. After arranging data in a particular order, means ascending order, now we need to find out. Firstly I will write the formula for quartiles, that is Qi is equal to I into n plus 1, I into n plus 1 divided by 4 observation. OB is nothing but observation. When you write there, you have to write there completely observation, you have to write there. What is this I? What possibilities are there? In case of quartiles, I means 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3 means Q1, Q2 and Q3. Only 3 possibilities are. I means if you need to find out Q1 value, here it will be 1. If you are finding out Q2 value, here it is 2. If you are finding out Q3 value, here it is 3. So this is about quartiles formula for ungrouped data. And in case of deciles ungrouped data, deciles, that is same thing, I into deciles means which divides the given data into 10 equal parts. So n by 1 divided by 10. Quartiles means 4 equal parts, so divided by 4. So deciles means 10 equal parts, so divided by 10. Now here what is I mean? I is 1, 2, 3 till 9. It takes the value, I takes the value from 1 to 9 because D1, D2, D3, D4 till D9. So I takes the value depending upon if you are finding out D3, then here it is 3. If you are finding out D8, then here it is 8. So this is about deciles. Then percentage formula for ungrouped data, I into n plus 1 divided by percentage which divides the data into 100 equal parts. So 100. Observation. So where here I is equal to 1 to 99. Here 1 to 99. Here I takes the value. I percentage 55. So 55. Percentage 78. So it takes the value from 1 to 99. So this is about ungrouped data formula for quartiles, deciles, percentage. Ungrouped means their frequencies will not be there, only x values will be there. So we are taking number of observation. If it is discrete, then there will be a capital N. Now next we will see how to take what is the formula in case of grouped values when you get grouped, discrete as well as continuous. So if it is a grouped data, next grouped data, and in case of grouped, discrete. Grouped discrete data, first we will write it for quartiles. In case of grouped data means what you get? X and F. Means discrete means how will be the values? 25, 26, 27, 28. Then frequencies 3, 4, 5, 6. These we call it as discrete. Ungrouped means only one particular data will be there. Grouped means two frequencies will be there, and discrete means class intervals will not be there. Continuous means class intervals and frequencies. 22, 30, 40 frequencies 3, 6, 7. So this is continuous and this is discrete, and ungrouped means 26, 27, 28, 31, 40. These are ungrouped. Group will not be there, means frequencies will not be there. Now we just completed formula for this particular data. Now we see these two are comes under grouped discrete and grouped continuous. What will be the formulas? So in case of grouped discrete, see the previous formula. capital N plus 1 divided by 4 observation. But before that, one more thing, in case of there, firstly what we need to do? We need to arrange the data in the ascending order. Here we need to find LCM. Firstly, find LCM. Since we have frequencies, one more column, LCM we have to find out. Then quartiles formula is I into capital N plus 1 divided by 4 observation. I, as you know, that is 1, 2 and 3. Then deciles formula, that is I into N plus 1 divided by 10 observation, and you know that decile values are 1 to 10. Decile, sorry, 1 to 9. 10 will come 1 to 9. Then percentile formula, same thing, I into capital N plus 1 divided by 100 observation, and I is equal to 1 to 99. So this is about your discrete formula. The difference is, firstly we need to find out LCF there. After finding out LCF, then we need to make the total number of frequencies, that is nothing but N. Then we need to apply this formula and we get that particular value. That we need to look into LCF, and corresponding X value is your value. See, there is no difference with the procedure of deciles, quartiles or percentage. It's same like median. It is same like median, but change in case of formula. Change in the case of formula, only in case of formula. Other than that, rest of the procedures are similar to median. Now we'll see, we have seen grouped discrete. Now we'll see the formulas for continuous data. If it is continuous data, what is the formula for quartiles, deciles and percentage? And if it's a continuous series also, firstly you need to find LCM. X values you have to find out. After finding out X values, then you need to find out their LCM. Then your quartile formula is L plus I into L plus IN by 4 minus CF divided by frequency into C, divided by frequency into C. This is your Q quartiles formula. And here also you know that I is equal to 1, 2, 3. See here we have taken IN by 4. IN by 4, firstly we need to calculate, like median how we need to do, N by 2. Based on that we calculate, we find out their median class. So here also first we need to do IN by 4, then we need to define the quartile class, then we need to substitute into this particular formula. Then decile formula is N plus IN by 10 minus CF divided by frequency into C. C is nothing but weight, L is lower limit, and CF is cumulative frequency preceding the percentile class, quartile class and decile class. So last one, percentile formula, that is L plus IN by 100 minus CF divided by frequency into C. Here also I is equal to 1 to 9. Here I is equal to 1 to 99. So this is about continuous data formula. See, in case of continuous series, firstly you have to find out LCF, then define the quartile class, decile class and percentile class. How we were doing in case of median, then you substitute into this particular complicated or difficult to find out the values. Now nextly, we will see the problems related to. Now we will see the problem. One problem we will see under ungrouped data. Now read the question. Calculate lower quartile, upper quartile and 8 deciles. What is that lower quartile? Lower quartile is nothing but Q1 and upper quartile is nothing but Q3 and Q2 is nothing but middle quartile. So here they have given lower quartile, upper quartile and 8th decile, that is D8. So we need to find out here Q1, Q3 and 8 deciles for ungrouped data. Now we will directly move to the solution here. In case of solution, when we get ungrouped data, firstly we need to arrange it in an order. We will write there for ungrouped data. Arrange the data in the order. When you observe this data, here lowest value is 11, then comes there 12. After that we have 11, 12, then we have 14. Then the next lowest value it is 18. After 18 we have here 22. Then after 22 we have 26. Then after 26 we have here 30. Then 32, 30, 32. Then 35 and the last one is 41. So altogether how many values we have? We have here 10 values. 10 values. Now, firstly we need to find out lower quartile, that is Q1. What is the formula for ungrouped data? Your ungrouped formula is I into, that is nothing but I here we need to consider 1 into n plus 1 divided by, since it is quartiles, divided by 4th observation. 4th observation. Now, substitute here, as I said, I is nothing but 1. Here you can write either I. We are finding out Q1. So here now 1 into n. How many values in the series? We have 10 values plus 1 divided by 4th observation. Now 10 plus 1 by 4, 10 plus 1, 11 into 1, that is 11 divided by 4. When we divide, we get here 2.75. 2.75. It is the answer of this particular bracket observation. Now what we need to do? Observation we have got 2.75 observation 2 means the second value in the series after arranging in the ascending order, which is the second value, 12. Write there second value plus 0.75. Which position is this? Second value and 0.75 position. Write there 0.75 as it is. Then you know that second value 0.75 position means this is the second value, and that 0.75 will lie in between third and second value. Second value 2.75 means second value and 0.75 means that 0.75 will lie in between third and second value. So what we need to do here, third observation minus second observation. Then we can get the value of this 0.75. We can get the value of 0.75. Now as it is, you write 12 plus 0.75 as it is. Now third observation minus second observation. Third observation is 14 minus second observation 12. What is the difference? 2. So 2 into 0.75 plus 12. So 12 plus, when you multiply 0.75 0.75 into 2, you get there 1.5. So when we add here, we get there 13.5. So this is the Q1 value. I repeat that procedure once again. Write the formula, substitute into the formula. How many number of observation? 10. Now, after calculating the values which is within that bracket, we get 2.75. Means second observation, 7.5 position. So second observation we can get easily, that is 12. For example, if you get only second observation means directly we can take 12. 12 is our Q1 value. But here 2.75 is there. So what we need to do? Second observation, check in the series, that is 12. Then 0.75 is remaining, right? Plus 0.75. Then third observation minus second observation. Why? Because 2.75. 2 we have second value 12 and that 75 will lie in between third and second observation. So third observation is 14 minus second observation. Third observation minus second observation. 2 into 0.75 we get there 1.5. Add to second value. So this is about Q1. Now same way find out Q3. Third observation, lower quadrant. Apply the formula here. I into n plus 1 divided by fourth observation. Here only I will substitute. I is nothing but 3 here. See, I is nothing but 3. 3 into 10 plus 1 divided by fourth observation. So here 11, 10 plus 1 11 into 3 33 by 4. Here we get value as 8.25 observation. 8.25 observation. So here what you need to do? Check the 8 value in the series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 value is 32 plus what is remaining? 0.25 is remaining. So 8 value and that 0.25 you know that it lies in between 8 and 9th value. So here 9th observation minus 8th observation. So here 32 plus 0.725. 9th observation. What is 9th observation? It is 35. So 35 minus 32. Now 0.25 into 3 we get there 0.75. So here 32.75. That is the value of Q3. That is nothing but upper quadrant. And here one more question is remaining. That is last one. That is 8th decile. 8th decile is nothing but dA. Here formula goes like I into n plus 1. Since it is deciles means which divides the data into 10 equal parts. So divided by 10 observation. Substitute here. I is nothing but 8 into 10 plus 1 divided by 10 observation. Now, when you solve the bracket, you get there 8.8 observation. Now, this 8.8 observation you have to see in the series, given series. Check the given series there, which is the 8th observation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8th observation is 32. So right there, 8th observation 32 plus here it is 8 and 8. So here it means what is remaining? 0.8 is remaining. You know that 8th observation is 32 and that 0.8 will lie in between ninth and 8th observation. In between 35 and 32. So, ninth observation minus 8th observation. Ninth observation minus 8th observation. 32 plus 0.8. Here ninth observation is 35. 35 minus 32. So here 32 plus 35 minus 32, 3. So 3 into 0.8, we get here 2.4. 0.8 into 3, we get 2.4. So your 8th decide value is 34.4. So this is the value of the 8. So here when you get ungrouped data, arrange the data in the ascending order, then substitute the values into the formula. After that, what value you get when you solve the formula? 2.75 means second observation, and 0.75 will lie in between second and third observation. So third observation minus second observation. Which observation we get? See, here we have got as 8th observation. So 9th observation minus 8th observation. For example, if you get here, when you calculate, you get only 8. Only 8 means which is the 8th observation? 32. That is your 8th descent. But here we got 8.8. So 8th observation is 32. Then that 0.8. For that 0.8, we need to add the number, the next observation minus the what observation we have got. That position we have to deduct. Position in the sense that particular value we have to deduct. 35 minus 32, you get there 3 into 0.8 that we have to add. So this is about ungrouped data. We'll solve one more problem related to ungrouped in the next session.